The following podcast should not be misconstrued as legal advice in any way, shape, or form. You would have to be an absolute idiot to take our advice seriously. I mean, look at us. We're dumb. Nate thinks leprechauns leave gold at the end of the rainbow. Joe knows leprechauns are just part of a vast and insidious conspiracy to get us to buy into St. Patrick's Day. We cannot stress enough. Do not take our advice. The listener does so at their own peril. All right, well, I'm Joe.
And I'm Nate.
And we are the premier criminal consultants in the Boston area, here to help you with your perfect crimes.
Joe, today we have a very, very, very funny man. One of the funniest people that I know. He hails from, I believe, I'm going to guess the South Boston area based on where you tend to do your comedy, but I don't know for certain. All I know is that he makes me laugh. Y'all give it up for Matt McArthur.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Of course,
Hell yeah,
of
dude.
course. Are you from South Boston?
No, south of Boston.
Okay, south of Boston.
Quincy.
Quincy. Okay, so that's
They are particular about that.
I
here.
know. To me, I was
know.
like, I was
Not just
generalizing the southern area of Boston, so that's
Yeah.
why. Okay, so okay.
No, Bostonians get all pissy when Quincy people associate themselves with Boston.
Unlike
Oh.
people from the South who are really okay with geography and never get antsy about it at all.
Sure, I'm sure that doesn't ever happen.
I know, right? God, yeah, no.
It's a really common thing in the South where if you say you're from the South, like if I say I'm from Virginia, and if I
Yep.
told that to Nate because he's from Louisiana, he'd say that's not the South.
When we
That's-
moved to when my
heard that
parents
every
bought a
time.
farm in Virginia and we got up there and it was so funny to like people were like, well, I say from the deep south, we're from up here in the we're staying on the south here, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so nice up here and clean. This ain't the south. What you talking about?
Totally
What the
different.
fuck? Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah,
They can't
just,
do it. It's
yeah,
just
just
the thing.
totally nuts,
Yep.
you know.
You guys just have it in the reverse direction, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I talk about this a lot actually because like Dorchester's next to us.
Yeah.
They're part of Boston. They're like
Okay.
617. So we're the first city that isn't, and we are on the coast.
Right.
So we should be South Shore, but all the South Shore towns are like Quincy's not South Shore; it's a city, and we're like just floating in the middle.
So you
Like,
just
nobody wants us.
just the island of misfit toy.
Yeah.
That's it. Nobody wants y'all.
Yeah, we just gave people 2 presidents in Dunkin' Donuts. We'll just go fuck ourselves.
Fuck us, right?
Yeah.
What presidents? What presidents?
John Adams and John Quincy Adams, right? I think they're both.
Wow, John Quincy Adams.
Quincy, yeah.
Quincy Adams.
I don't know enough about John Quincy Adams to dispute this.
I know. I don't know about either one.
I don't. Their houses are like historical things right there, but they're just across from the breakfast. That's all they know about them. Like they're across from this breakfast place. I like. Never been in there. But if I tell people how to get to this breakfast joint, I'm like, you know where the Adams houses are? It's right across there. Those stupid old things. But here's a good Quincy thing too. If you probably notice, I pronounce it Quincy. with
Yeah,
a
no,
Z.
I was just about to ask. Quincy.
Quincy. That's definitely like a Quincy in the towns around Quincy. Say Quincy.
Okay.
So there's like a Quincy in like almost every state, I think.
Sure.
And I'm sure
Perhaps.
John Quincy Adams probably pronounced it that way. But over the years,
That
it's like
bitch.
So anytime, like even people from the North Shore, when they're like, "Oh, you're from Quincy," and I'm like, "Well, I can tell you're not from around here because you say Quincy.
Not Quincy.
There's a Z in it, Quincy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Quincy.
Are you born and raised Quincy or?
Born and kind of raised, but then my parents moved me to Braintree for a while, and I didn't go to Quincy public school, so I'm like, or Braintree. I went to a private school. Right?
Wow.
Lace curtain piece of shit over here.
And look how you turned out.
I know, right? Yeah, I know. Like, this is where your money went, folks. But yeah, so I don't even like. I love Quincy, but I don't really like identify with anywhere. I'm just a floater, you know.
I got that. That's cool.
Interesting. That's so strange for me to hear because when you're like, I mean, basically my whole life I did live in Braintree for something. Like I've lived in New Jersey, Arizona, Louisiana, Virginia, Massachusetts. When you were like, I was like, isn't that the same spot? You know, Braintree,
Almost.
Quincy. I know. That's
Yeah.
that's a very interesting.
I've never been out of the South Shore. Like I was in Weymouth for a little bit, Milton, a couple of different places in Quincy. Now I've been back in like my neighborhood I grew up in. I've lived there for like almost 10 years again in my adulthood.
Did you
So
go to college around here too?
Bridgewater.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
But I commuted, so I was still here. Still in the South Shore the whole fucking
Oh
time.
yeah, hell yeah.
Immanuel Kant never went 50 miles outside of his home, and we still remember him as a
It's
genius
true.
philosopher.
Same with
Matt McArthur, the Immanuel Kant of Boston comedy.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to say it.
That's right. And who else?
It's amazing.
Vinny the Chin. I say Vinny the Chin Gigante. He too. He ran the Genovese family for many years. Never barely made it outside of Manhattan, Brooklyn area. You know, so very exactly.
Great company.
Great company. Great
Perfect
company. You know?
It's cool. No, I
is.
like when people we were just talking about how like nice Massachusetts is actually in like the last episode with Sarah Fitz, also born in Quincy.
Yes,
really?
yeah, she was.
She
Yeah,
mentioned that. Yeah, she got way out of there though. She's been all over.
Yeah,
But no.
yeah.
Good for her.
No, but we were talking about like how we all like living in Massachusetts because it's just like it's nice, the people are good, it's it's a nice place to live. I can see why you'd like stick around.
Yeah,
like,
never had a reason to leave. I
yeah,
guess.
That's a good.
no, seriously,
no.
that's like the reason I can see you staying. You know?
Sure, yeah.
It's a great place to live. It very much is. But we will get into some of your travels though at some point because he has done some traveling that I guess involves some criminality, which sometimes we get the opportunity to get into here. But not often anymore, but sometimes we do. You know?
We've been losing focus. We need to get back to the crimes, Nate. We need to get back
to the crime. No,
bring it back to basics.
I have severe ADHD, very severe ADHD.
People want crime.
Hey, Dick Wolf has made a goddamn career out of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
And who's that guy that Nick Taco hates? Ryan Murphy. He hates him too. Yeah, that guy's
Ryan Murphy
Is he a crime
loves. He did like American Horror Story.
He
and
does all
OJ.
that. Any crime where somebody also where they have to make love, and usually it's two fellas, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not. But but it's very, very
I think we
extravagant.
can all agree gay sex makes things more criminal.
Not from the South.
It comes out when I'm drinking.
So everybody I know, one beer, and all of a sudden,
I thought you meant your accent. No.
no. God. Well, I guess before we get into that, we should get into your crimes because there is two crimes that you want to explore. Two crimes that you want to explore. The first one.
One's more of a lifestyle.
I know one's more of a.
Yeah.
So what's the? Let's get into the crime, then we'll get into the lifestyle.
All right. I love the idea of check fraud. Obviously, Catch Me If You Can is phenomenal,
all-time great,
and it looks so fun. But I also like, I like working with my hands. I'm very detail oriented. I've done a lot of graphic design in my life, so I'm watching them like move the stickers around and stuff. I'm like, I know I would be like really on top of it.
Yeah.
And also I like cashing checks so much more than like direct deposit. There's something so nice about going in and being like, yep.
Really?
I'm with you on that. I think we lost a lot with everything. Like we lost a lot of digital in terms of like face to face in so many different ways. But I think that the small moments where you have to like walk down to the bank to cash your check, you don't have those moments anymore. Going down to the post office is such a rare thing these days.
Yeah.
I think that's a real tragedy in a lot of ways.
It's
actually,
fair. It's very, very fair.
And you deposit checks on your phone often too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's not as satisfying either.
Especially
if
that's
I'm
how I do it.
fraud.
That's how I do it.
I do like seeing the
Same,
number go
every
up,
time.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that
like,
part's
oh, cool.
that's nice. But the thing is, even if it was like check fraud, and it's probably easier through the phone now.
Yeah.
But like, it's not as fun to pull it over on someone unless you're looking at them. Like, here's the check, and then they're like, you got it. Here's your whatever. Here's your $1,000, and you're like, thank you. And they'll come back and do business again. And you're like, I just fucked you so hard. You have no idea. So good.
It's easier, but it's also
teller who
harder
doesn't
because
give a shit.
they got this digital record of everything. And part of the reason it works for him is it takes like 2 weeks for them to
That's
actually,
true.
clear the checks and everything.
That's
like
true.
that,
Yeah, that's very, very fair. That's
Yeah,
it.
so-
Now it was.
You do it with your phone. They're gonna have your GPS location. They're gonna have everything right
instantly.
there. Boom.
And would you like to
Boom.
do this like in a Catch Me If You Can? Because I haven't seen the film per se. I know a
no
lot of
kidding.
yeah. I
You've
know.
not seen Catch
highly
Me If You
recommend.
Can.
I haven't seen a lot of films. I haven't seen many films.
Yeah, but this one's been.
It's
That's
fun.
good
It's
movie.
a really fun.
That's what people say.
Yeah,
It's
Steven
supposed-
Spielberg directed.
And Tom Hanks
Tom
and
Hanks
Leo
with
DiCaprio.
the worst Boston accent ever. It's great. That's the movie that made me start liking Leo. I remember before I was like, this like pretty boy kid that all the
kinda
high school
lukewarm
girls
on
like, and then that movie came out. I was like, all right, I like this guy a lot.
Young Amy Adams in that.
Oh
movie?
yeah.
Yeah.
Great, yeah.
And it's. I know
The
that.
braces work for her, by the way. Anyway,
yeah.
I did have to. So I looked it up yesterday because there's a part where he claims to be an attorney general in Louisiana, and I thought that was so interesting.
Oh yeah, he passes
Yes.
the bar in Louisiana with flying colors in that movie.
Dude, that's crazy. I failed it the first time, dude. That's nuts.
And you haven't seen it. That's funny.
I know. I went to school for 3 years, failed that bitch the first time. That's crazy, dude. What the fuck?
I won't spoil anything about it, but that's a whole. That's
He's
a pretty integral part.
he also
Yeah.
passes as a surgeon in Louisiana for years, apparently.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It's really easy to get away with things in Louisiana.
I don't want to see this movie anymore.
I don't know. You could use it to your advantage.
I know,
You could
goddamn.
run that state. If you went there.
No, you made me look at it and go, I did all that work and I could have just been doing this. God damn it, dude. What the fuck?
I
You
concur.
Yeah. There's some good Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken's
Tricks
in
on
that
picking
movie?
up ladies.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good at that too.
Moi,
Michael
Gal
Douglas,
Bell.
who's
No, Sheen.
Yeah,
What's his
Sheen.
name?
It's Martin Sheen.
Yeah,
Is that it?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie
No.
Sheen's dad.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen's dad. Martin Sheen.
I was
Yeah.
just
great.
watching. My girlfriend showed me that show Severance on Apple TV, and it's got Christopher Walken in it, and he's gay in it, and I just love it so much. He's like talking to.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
You haven't
very,
seen Severance?
No, I've never seen
Severance.
Severance.
It's very, very good. It's not a big spoiler or anything like that, but
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
way he's like,
It's the series finale. Turns out I'm gay.
Yeah, he said, turns out I'm gay. Exactly. More cowbell for this gay guy. You know?
Excellent show. First season especially.
Very, very, yeah, it's a very, very good show.
Definitely on the
But I just think, he said Christopher Walken. I was like, oh yeah, he gay in that TV show.
No kidding.
Directed by Ben Stiller. And if you had
Yeah,
told
it's
me
very good.
after in the days after Zoolander that Ben Stiller one day was going to be one of the most accomplished directors in America, I'd be
Sure.
like, really? Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he can't even turn left. I don't
Frank's
know.
boy, Frank Costanza's boy. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I always forget about it because, God, dude, his dad was so
I
fucking fun.
love
man.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
Jerry
my
Stiller,
God.
the man, dude.
So good.
Jerry says, "Serenity now." I fucking love him, dude. I love him so much.
I love the outtakes from Seinfeld where like Elaine, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is just like trying not to break for like 10 straight takes.
Yeah,
and she
it's
just can't
impossible.
help
How
it.
could you not? Are you kidding me? So when he says that shit, like what is it? At Festivus, he says, "George, come in, wrestle your father." You know, just he says, "Listen."
As raining blows upon him, I thought there must be a better way.
That's one of my favorite ones. And as I rain blows upon this man to get this doll for my son.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's like sometimes I see stuff like that. I'm like, why do I even try to do comedy?
I
Like,
know,
who the hell do I think I am?
I know. Every blue moon, I watch a Mel Brooks movie and I go, it's all been done before. What the fuck am I doing? What the hell am I doing?
Dude, Mel Brooks. Jesus Christ. Like, how do you have that many good ideas in a lifetime? That's unbelievable.
So
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and he's got something coming out soon, doesn't he? Oh, Spaceballs 2 is coming out.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, which, I mean, I'm not.
Which is sad because
I
when
haven't seen anything about
when
it,
I was
but-
a child, that was one of my favorite movies to bring to Belgium as a kid. We would bring Spaceballs, and then we would watch that with our Belgian cousins. And then
no
it,
kidding.
yeah, because
Classic.
and it was one that would like because like in Belgium, this is also like 20 years ago. Like when I'd go to Belgium, you'd get a lot of the film that you would see on TV was very interesting. Like a lot of people say stuff like yeah, man, but you really, really have to see like the second Beverly Hills Cop movie. Huh? It's very good. Like so, like it was a lot of stuff like that. So like that was a big one. Was
In terms of movies that make fraud look fun, The Producers, classic.
Producers. That's another one. Yeah, that's a great one. Blazing Saddles. That's him too. That's
Blazing Saddles, Young
Gene
Frankenstein.
Wilder. Young
Like
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Love
Which is also very Gene Wilder. I think he was
Gene
Yeah, he
Wilder.
heavily influencing.
Oh yeah.
Another person who I watch and I'm just like, who do I
know.
think I am?
I know. I was sitting there drinking that. He says, "No thanks. Food makes me sick." It's like, I love it. Just-
Silly but sophisticated.
Yeah,
Something
silly
about
but
him.
silly but sophisticated.
Yeah.
Almost in a way. You know who else I love in that same way? Very silly, very sophisticated. Leslie Nielsen, very
Oh my
funny
God,
man.
I love him
It's unbelievable.
I love him so much.
Liam Neeson did an amazing job in the new Naked Gun.
Oh really?
I've
I
seen
hadn't
it. I
seen it.
want to
I
really
know.
bad.
That was
It's streaming now. I'm not going to ruin, but Liam Neeson does a good job of doing the Leslie Nielsen thing.
That
Like, in
was-
a way that like
I could see it.
it doesn't feel.
those movies were
hokey.
on repeat in like Beverly Hills Cop, like the series, and then the Naked Gun. I could watch
Gun.
any time, and because it was post
You are a
OJ.
huge OJ Simpson
I
fan.
am an O.J. Simpson apologist because I'm a criminal defense attorney. It's a remarkable case, and it may not. It's a very good example of that. You may not be innocent, but you can still be not guilty.
Yeah, for sure. And he like gets the shit kicked out of him in the movie. So
That's
even if
right.
you don't like
And
him,
I'm
he's
not really an
constantly
OJ apologist. I didn't take that one far enough. I got to go farther with it. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it's not
too
ridiculous.
believable.
It's too believable. I know. I got to go farther. Sorry. I'm working on that. Pardon me, please. Good God.
I got to go further to the right.
I know exactly. Sorry. I apologize. I'm a colonial apologist. I'm sorry.
Anyway, speaking of crimes,
Now, before we get into, before we get into anything else, you got to tell because I'm dying. I'm dying to know about this. Okay. So you were in Scotland once.
Yes. Okay. I've been a few times, but the first time I ever went, I was 19.
Okay.
And me and my other buddy, who was a bagpiper, as well as myself.
And you are a bagpipe man.
I'm a bagpiper. That's probably an important key to the story.
And let me just say also too, of the English speaking accents, Scottish may be number one.
I love it.
Scottish and South African, I think, just
Sure,
are.
sure.
I mean, just but Scottish doesn't have the hate that South African has.
No,
Scottish
no.
is more whimsical and fun, and they have those,
Yeah.
there's those crazy people that they have that live very, very insane. Oh, get me more haggis, or else my ass will come out of my face. They're just, like they're so
what
insane.
they say.
Yeah, they're so crazy. They're so crazy. Yeah.
It's wild. It's good. And the interesting thing is that's more of the city. When you go up north into like the Highlands, it like gets so reduced and it's very like sing-songy and easy to understand.
Oh, interesting.
Which is strange. You think it'd be the opposite. Like out in the country, it would be hard. The city guys are the guys who are like, well, I thought we were going to do in the podcast and all that.
Yeah.
And then you go up and they're like, oh, today we're going to do a podcast.
Oh,
like,
I love it.
it's
Like, today we're going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely.
Like,
that's
it's like
awesome.
so. Yeah, the city guys are the ones you can literally hear them talk. Like the guy who shouted the N-word, Michael B. Jordan. I knew who that was immediately because I used to like go. I was in a bagpipe band for many years, and that was a viral YouTube clip. Was him putting out this documentary about having Tourette's. So he was like young, didn't have the gray hair. And the second I saw the news story, they showed a picture. I'm like, that's the guy from the Scottish Shepard. I was like, he's advanced. He used to just call himself a chicken fucker. Now he's going on and saying slurs.
Oh, no, there is. I don't think
progresses.
there's the BBC does that documentary about Tourette's, but I don't think they're Scottish. They were Irish or North English. Where they
Oh, really?
Yeah, but there's a bunch of guys that get together and they're like, they walk into like a fishing shop and they're like, they're like on a Tourette's like like getaway or whatever. They walk right in and they're like, this is a robbery. Everyone put your hands in the air. Everyone put your hands up. This is a robbery. It's just like, oh my god, dude, it's so funny.
The thing I love about it too is they go to a support group in it. I've never seen the documentary. It's just like a YouTube clip.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
5 minutes
yeah,
long.
yeah.
And they're in a support group and like yelling inappropriate shit at like the poor lady who's helping them. But then they laugh at each other. It's like you're not supposed to be like, oh, you're not supposed to laugh. But one guy will be like, shut up, cunt. And then she'll be like, okay. And then all the guys look at each other like, and I'm like, even they think it's hilarious. They're afflicted with it.
Yeah, I love that. I do love, and those
beautiful.
Those ones are so funny. They're, I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese.
You just can't stop. Because we all have those thoughts.
Yeah, right.
I
love that.
I am Chinese. But
So anyway,
don't say
okay.
it. Don't let anyone know. Don't let people know who you are.
Oh my god, dude.
I was born in the wrong body.
That's born in the wrong body.
Chinese body.
Oh my god.
No amount of bagpipes will change that.
And I've tried.
So anyway, a friend of mine who I knew through bagpiping, and then another buddy we were all friends with, we went because he was doing a semester abroad, and he's like, and after my spring semester, I'm going to move to Glasgow and figure maybe I can just like see the country, but like I kind of want to backpack around and we can just make our money like busking. So I was like, sure. So we planned it out, moved to Glasgow. Within one day, we have like a huge backpack for the summer and our bagpipes. And I had like a huge case with my kilts. We're walking around in the city and we're like, we can't do this. We need to get an apartment.
We've got to, yeah.
So we were going to do that. But the first night we were there, we had a friend who was going to university there for a bagpiping program, which is insane.
Yeah.
They only accept so many people.
Who are you, dude?
I
What the hell?
I lived a whole nother life outside of this comedy thing.
But not outside of Quincy.
No,
Not
yeah, exactly.
Quincy.
This is the first time I left the city.
Not outside of Quincy.
So the first night we had nowhere to go, so we were going to just crash with this girl who we were friends with. She was in the bagpipe band when we were in high school. Now she's in college, and she has a ton of friends, and they're all from the Scottish music world because they're going to. So they're all like really good fiddle players or like whistle players or vocalists or
with the whistle?
yeah, like the tin whistle, a little.
Like the slide whistle or the?
No, it's got like you've heard it, but I don't know how to say
like
it.
a flute kind
It's
of.
sort of fluty, piccolo-y, yeah. I know that one.
Is that
is
it?
a classic Scottish song. No, I you've heard it. If we Google it, you would know instantly. Like, oh, in every Irish or Scottish song, you've heard this.
Okay, there's like this
instrument.
thing blowing in the background.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were all hanging out and drinking. And I'm 19, so I'm drinking at that point. But this is legal there. So like they're literally drinking in a dorm. So we're all getting like very shit faced off of like gross cider. They have like 3-liter bottles for like it was like £3 back then.
Oh.
It was like $5.
Oh,
12%
God.
alcohol, like nothing but
Plastic
sugar.
bottle or glass?
Plastic.
Oh, yes, I knew it.
Called, I think this stuff was called White Lightning, which is like just a slang here.
Get us
for, like,
another
that
bottle of
moonshine.
white lightning.
Yeah. So immediately I start talking to some cute girl who I forget what her instrument was, but she had a boyfriend who was in like this famous band. Like, oh no, I can't. And I was like, oh, okay. But then we ended up like hooking up later.
Oh,
Apparently they were on a break, but then
Brought to you by White Lightning.
apparently they weren't. Yeah. So this night she was like, no. So we're all like very hammered and just having a good time, and I'm getting to know everyone. At some point where everyone's mostly drunk, there's a knock on the front door, and there's this like girl, probably our age, like 19, 20, like gorgeous girl, but she said she was from black girl braids, and she just was crying, and we're like, what's wrong? And she was like, I'm sorry, I just don't have anywhere to go. I came here because I'm dating a guy from here, and I'm from Uganda, and I came out. So first of all, don't know if she's actually from Uganda.
Well, not if she sounded like that.
Yeah. This is the same pitch and everything. She looked just like me. No, just like Tan.
I have my suspicions.
I know.
No.
So that is not the Ugandan dialect. In fact, there's a lot of political parties that would be very displeased by that accent.
Yeah. Well, my position is, if I don't do the accent really well and it's not a white accent, I'm not doing it.
It's no problem. I will save it for when you get done with your story.
Oh, yeah, because I know you
of course
can do it.
I know he's going to try to do it.
He's like, if there's any Ugandans listening.
I know. Say, come on.
There might
Could you even tell? Close your eyes.
I say, when the out comes, I get into all that. We have a great time. And I say, why are you gay?
Yeah, that's what the most I know about it. And I love that.
It's great.
So she came with this sob story about how she just moved here and he, immediately broke up with her and she didn't bring her stuff. She was going to live at his place. So she doesn't have furniture. And she doesn't even have clothes with her. So we were all like, hammered sob story. And we're like, oh, yeah, that's terrible. And we're looking at each other like really believing it, too. I remember just being like,
I believed a lot of shit when I was 19, though. Like, you could have tricked me.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were
in
like,
Europe, too. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. And this is my first night. Like, got out of the airport.
You're just the most naive fool in the entire continent, on the whole island.
Taxi. Didn't see anything of the city. Like, this is in the city, but we took the taxi from the airport to our friend's place just so we had a place to put our fucking bags. So this is probably like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We're shit-faced. So finally, we're like, yeah, of course you can there was some couch or something she could stay on. We're all like passed, not even asleep, like actually passed out. And the next thing I remember is I'm in the kitchen and there's cops, like Scottish cops and firefighters everywhere. And I'm still almost blackout drunk, but my friends are standing up talking to them. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But there's like everyone's in a circle, like talking like what was happening. Why are you guys here? Because there was like supposed to be some paperwork if you have guests, and there was none. So we're just like, hey.
So socialist government.
She filled like all rags and stuff and paper towels and everything she could find. She packed the kitchen trash while we were all sleeping, lit it on fire, and left. And the word we found out after, I don't know who told my friends this, but the word we got a few days later was, she's been doing this.
She is
at the time. She was like a
serial
arsonist.
arsonist.
Wow.
And they said that they didn't have her in custody, but they did catch her on a CCTV camera flipping it off and running.
That's
so like she was there to like maybe kill the entire dorm full of people.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Yeah. And it's all I remember is we're talking to police, and I was too drunk to even know why this was happening.
Yeah.
But my friends were like, the fire alarm went off or something. I was like, okay. And it did smell like smoke. And I was so tired, I couldn't stand. We're in the kitchen in a circle. I laid down and got in the fetal position in front of all the cops and the firefighters. And they're like, Matt, time to get up. And then, worst hangover of my life. And the day after that, we could no longer stay with
Did
them.
Did they find her?
I've never had an update on her.
Oh, man.
Wow.
I remember what she looks like.
I love that. She stuffed the trash can full of rice. This is for the Ugandan Liberation Army here. You're just like, you're setting it up.
Scottish
Yes, of
It was
course.
mostly just Scottish.
That's
I didn't
it,
hear a
shit.
lot of Ugandan
Well,
in
that
that
was
accent.
Scottish Ugandan. You know, like I said, I was trying to figure out like a way to do it, and I was like trying to think of like the Ugandan like videos that I've seen. So it's like, why are you gay? That's like you could do that.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe what is the other
You're
one?
in the Scottish.
They say
and something.
well, it's tough. It's tough
That's
to
the hard
mix
thing to
in
combine.
then Ugandan on top of that. It's very difficult.
She might have been like recent to the country because I wasn't detecting any Scottish. But so you got it really hard because I can't even confirm if you're right or not. If you hear it, I'm like,
She just showed up and started burning stuff.
It is true that they do care deeply about their accent. There's currently there is a politician in Uganda right now who recently did a tour of the United States and came back to Uganda, and there's these great videos of him in like these big policy meetings, and he's talking with like a broken American accent.
Okay.
He's like, the water is gonna flow through the city and people are gonna have more water. And he's talking just like that. And it's not just like that. And
that's how you get the vote over there.
just like that. And no, again, the exact opposite. Instantly, everybody like stops and is like, "Would the minister please stop talking in this ridiculous dialect? We cannot understand you if you're not talking in proper Ugandan English. Please, you must not speak like this. It is absolutely very difficult. I cannot understand you. Maybe we can just have someone typing the words." So funny.
That's
it's
great.
So funny, dude. Yeah. So they take their dialect very seriously, and I appreciate that as a dialectologist.
I do too.
As a die-hard believer in accent.
Yes, I think accents.
Dedication to accent. Dedication to accent.
Yeah, I always feel bad because mine's gotten diluted over the years, not intentionally.
Well, it doesn't mean that you can't do other ones. That's the important
true.
thing.
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
always do other accents. You know,
I do all the time. I never talk like a normal human at home.
Well, don't. Well, you can always brush up. The great one to watch is the Aristocats film, the Disney one, the old one before Disney chopped it up. There's a really good part where all those cats have some pretty wacky accents in there. It's pretty pretty nuts.
Are
stuff.
they like poor? Like, because when I say like, I talk strange at home because I'm doing like bastardized accents. Like they're not even. I'm sure like they wouldn't pass.
I don't know. A bastardized version of Chinese would pass for that Siamese cat playing the piano with chopsticks.
Yeah, that's pretty behind the times even for Disney.
I mean, it's even like for the 1950s.
Wow.
It's pretty remarkable. It's like
Siamese cat playing with chopsticks.
Yeah. They're like, I mean, you can definitely tell that it's a white guy doing it.
For sure. And Mickey Rooney doing it.
It's like it's like Mickey Rooney. Yeah,
Mickey, why are you wearing the makeup? It's voice acting.
It's called method voice acting.
It's unnecessary.
God, Mickey Rooney. That is a crazy one. Have y'all ever seen that one? Mickey Rooney doing it's technically yellow face. It's
It's not technically yellow face. It just is yellow
Well, it's
face.
just yellow face. Yes, it's just yellow face. That's the term we use for it. It's just yellow face.
Is that Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
I've never actually seen it all the way through.
I've just seen pictures of him.
I've seen the important parts.
Yeah, there's
Mickey Rooney and Yellowface.
It's
cultural impact I think of that film.
Well,
and that song about the movie.
I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were talking about like Lawrence of Olivier and how what's his name? Who's the actor that did him? Who did Lawrence of Olivier?
Peter O'Toole.
Is that the one who played? No, Lawrence Olivier is the one. No, I'm sorry.
Lawrence of Arabia.
Lawrence of Arabia or Othello. That's what I'm thinking of. Othello, and it's Lawrence Olivier who plays him. And he gets very into. He is like at the time, it was blackface was okay. And don't forget this
classy blackface.
Classy, and what he was about. He was so crazy about the shades of colors that were going on.
Really?
Yeah, he was very hard on his makeup artist. He's like, this is not nearly the brown I'm looking for. It's just crazy, what a time.
That's funny. It's like
Glad he took it seriously.
Almost progressive. Yeah. He said, I want to misrepresent these people.
Wasn't going to half-ass the blackface. I respect that.
He's like, listen, we cannot hire one of them to play blackface. But if we're going to do it, let's show a little.
Come on,
Robert Downey Jr. stuff there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. That's the latest, the most, I guess, respected one. Which
it seems like he sort of gets a pass to this day.
I know, and which is crazy, and it's the latest version of it, but it was so good.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point is like how ridiculous it is and how terrible it is that they call it. I mean, it's not. I love that movie.
Half
I think
of his lines are in satire of like how ridiculous his own character is. You know what I mean? Like it's part of what makes it so great.
Audiences are smart.
Well,
that
nonetheless,
wood has kept us down.
Exactly. Like, it's so stupid,
Unbelievable.
God. Well, I'm glad that you survived the arson incident.
Day
That's
one.
day one. God,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
The rest of it was pretty smooth sailing.
Just bagpipes.
I think I was blacked out the entire time now.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that's more lately. But it was bagpipes in the daytime. Not every day. Like we were college kids, so it would be like, let's just not make money today and just sleep till noon. But in a country that I'm like living in, it could be like, seizing the day every day. But instead, I was like, well, not Monday or Tuesday.
It's a crazy day
Let's
to
just
seize.
be hungover.
So you would play the bagpipes for money?
Yeah, because I was, not talking to people. I was just wearing a kilt in the full, and I was a good player, so I could just play. And not that matters. You don't have.
He was
to
a
be
bagpiper / stripper. That's
I know. I was gonna say, were you like the hot guys who
I'd
strip?
hike the kilt up more and more.
There's a group. They had them come to Worcester one time at Husky's Pub. They're like, oh no, that's the Thunder from Down Under. That's who came. It's not hot guys in kilts. It's hot guys from Australia.
Oh sure. I've heard of the Thunder from Down Under.
Yeah,
maybe that's an untapped market.
Could be. You could be playing. Yeah, you could be walking in.
Sexy
no
piping.
shirt.
Because they do that with like the Hooters knockoff. It's called the tilted kilt.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
It's one of those.
They have
Still
that.
women, unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
not
not traditional at all.
No. Yeah, kilt is a man's garment. It is. We let them wear it sometime now. But it's a skirt when they wear it. No, it's not. Yeah, that's what, we would do that in the daytime. We'd make whatever, good day. It would probably be like 20 pounds, which back then was like,
you get by.
bucks.
Yeah, you get by.
good.
Yeah.
And then, other days we'd make a little more or a little less. And we would just have like coin jars because it was almost all coin money. So we would count it every day. I had a little counting sheet where I would debit and credit. And I called it Scrooge time when we stacked up all the things. It's Scrooge time, guys. And we would count all the coins and throw
That's
it in.
fun, dude. Yeah.
This would have been a great time for you to be better at fraud, though.
I know.
It seems to me like this is like the time you should be doing a lot of check fraud.
Once in a while, once in a while, I get a 10-pound note.
Yeah.
If I could make a copy of this.
Exactly. exactly.
We could eat fish and chips every day instead of just these beans all the time.
Well, it's true. That's not a bad idea. It's true. If you would.
It's counterfeiting. Yeah, why stop at just check fraud?
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's
Seems
what
easier, but counterfeiting also kind of cool.
I've always found counterfeiting to be very interesting. You know,
Yeah.
it's in Italy. It's largely controlled. Actually, I think most of the counterfeiting in the world is controlled by the like the what do you call it? The Camorra and the Ndretta and all those like mainland Italian mafia
like
families.
old school.
Yeah.
the Cosa Nostra.
Yeah, exactly. Not Sicilian, but like I'm not sure if the
yeah.
Sicilians control that portion, but I know that like
Sure.
the Camorra and the Ndretta they do the counterfeit. Like all those things when you go to Italy and you like see selfie sticks and stuff.
Yep.
Or like Paris is life. Those are all they're all counterfeit goods coming from the mafia.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so just goods as well. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
See,
that's
I
a
like
big
that.
market. Yeah.
Because that's like like, the mafia movies are always like the old school bosses. like, no
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah.
We don't sell drugs.
No, we gotta get the
Everyone's
Vig.
selling drugs.
Yeah, it's all about the Vig.
It's nice to hear that some of the old school guys still have some integrity.
It's true.
You know?
Some
Yeah.
of them, but they are largely involved in the cocaine trade too. I think they distribute. I believe it's like
A lot of
80%.
heroin,
A lot of
too.
heroin. Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes, a lot of heroin. For
That's
many
sad.
years. Yeah.
There's no pure organized crime anymore.
It's not. I know.
all
It's yeah.
tainted.
Everything's globalized these days.
I know.
It's just
These kids, they run this thing into the ground. That's what they'd say. Yeah, that's what they would say. That's what they would say. You know, God, what are you gonna do? You know.
I guess you got to change with the times.
I know. Now counterfeiting that and check fraud, they would have actually found you, but you're not a portion Italian, are you? You're not Italian.
A little bit Northern Italian.
Northern
yeah,
Italian.
Yeah. My mother was my mom's mom, and that whole side of the family.
You got Toscana, something like that.
I don't even know exactly where. Everyone's like blue-eyed.
Toscana, yeah, certainly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
bad up
like
there,
let's say from Firenze, somewhere in that area. Say fascista. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, we never like knew, and there's nobody to ask anymore. I'm not close with anybody. There probably is I think there's like a million Italian cousins that I've never met.
So there is
and probably
say-
aren't interested.
Then-
They like rabbits, those Italians.
I do like that you one day the idea of you going to like Genoa and like being like like walking into a house and like yes, this is the house of McArthur. Welcome. Yes, we are the McArthur from Genoa. Yeah.
Yeah, all I know is my mom's family, like she grew up with all her Italian side, and they would say "Finabla" all the time, which means
Finabla.
which means fuck Naples. Like that was just like they said if you stubbed your toe because they like hated Southern Italy. So all I've ever grown up with was every time my mother was pissed, and she had no accent or anything. She was just a
Finabla.
really hated Naples.
Yeah. She didn't know why, but she's like, it's in my blood. It's in my blood.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
Now, I guess we could get more into that, but there is the. Do we want to get more into this, or do we
Well, I
want
want to know what he was going to do, like with the counter, because like part of like what goes down with Leo, Catch Me If You Can, is he just pursues this fraud to like endless means. Like when they catch him, he's just counterfeiting for like almost no reason.
just so he can like continue.
He has
to
no
live.
other way. Yeah.
But yeah, there's no real goal.
And
I
that-
don't have a goal either.
You like want to get caught in France by Tom Hanks and then sent to a French
I
prison.
do.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
So that's why, because I read about him. So that's why he went to French prison. Is because he was arrested in France for all this.
Yeah, that's where they found him doing some counterfeiting out there. I don't know. The movie. It turns out Frank Abagnale Jr. might have like lied about a lot of this stuff too, though, right?
I think the movie took a lot of liberties too.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what I
his
read
dad-
about it,
His
yeah.
dad wasn't a con man at all. His
Or
dad
Christopher
was-
Walken.
Yeah. Neither of them. They're all very. It's like besmirch both of them.
I do like the idea of the, but he wasn't a counterfeiter though. He was a check.
He was
guy?
check fraud specifically. At
Okay.
least that's how he started. I mean, maybe he
Okay,
ended
I
up.
thought he was maybe a counter.
Well, no. At the end, he does have some, like in the movie, he has some counterfeit machines where he gets caught in that like
It's like
warehouse in
like
France
a
with all
printing
the
press
thi-
where
yeah,
he's like
exactly.
actually like shooting out.
Yeah,
I
I thought he was doing bills at that point, but I
think he was. I think he was.
I wish I love the idea of like him like in France selling like fake Gucci bags and then being like, this is not up to standard. Put him in jail for 20 years.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. He's flying by the seat of his pants, and I think he was just doing it.
He's also 15.
He
You've
was
got
so
you've got
young.
years of experience.
He's
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a child in this movie.
Oh, he's very
When
young.
it starts, he's young.
Yeah.
He's really young.
He's just a boy, and doesn't he fly airplane?
Yeah, he's like 17, but he
sits
says
in
he's
the
21.
jump seat. He doesn't like fly in the plane.
Okay.
He like pretends to be a pilot, so he gets the benefits of being a pilot.
Okay.
And he
That's
gets to
his
fly
deal.
around and
He gets
sleep
to-
with like
Stewardesses.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the 2026 term.
What do you call it?
Flight
Flight
attendants.
stewardesses.
You
is
can
better.
takes place in
you
the
can take
60s.
the boy out of the south, right?
I
You
What
can't.
is it? There's a great.
That is ridiculous. That is what they were
I still-
called.
yeah, you're right. It was.
There's a whole
accurate.
Simpsons episode about that where what is it? Marge Simpson. I remember this from. I can't
His
believe
father.
It.
Her
Oh, yeah,
father.
father. He's just like, my father was a stewardess.
Yeah, and he's wearing a super short little skirt.
It's just so
And
funny.
when
It's
she,
crazy.
yeah, that's the best.
I know.
She walks in and sees him like giving out drinks. Then he's like, "Don't look at me."
I know.
That's-
In
And
my,
now-
in my 20s, I was dating a woman who was an administrative assistant, and I accidentally referred to her as a secretary during a conversation, which it's the job title.
I know, it's crazy.
Like, it's
I know
not,
that's
like,
not
I
in-
know, like,
That's like
Louisiana
one of those-
always had a secretary. I know. It's true.
That's like one of those things that like becomes people just start to resent it because people say it like in a disrespectful way.
Yeah.
So the term becomes, but it's like janitor versus custodian.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're a fucking janitor. Well, you are a janitor.
I-
And it's,
I didn't mean
not a
anything
bad
by it.
job.
It's not a bad
Janitor.
job. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good job. You get great benefits.
Custodial
Yeah.
engineer, whatever. Like, I mean, like it sounds. It's cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that now. You got to just try to put a new bow on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just trying to put a new bow on it. You know,
It's
that's all.
natural. That's human nature. That happened with like the Scottish too. That's actually to wrap it all around. Like for a long time, they were happy in their own adjective they would often use to describe themselves were Scotch. Like we're Scotch.
Yeah,
And you
but
go
then-
back into like publications in the 1800s and they'll literally
Like Scotch whiskey.
Yeah, and they don't even say that, but but that just meant Scottish whiskey.
Yeah.
That's what we called it back then. And they would also be like, we're Scotch. Oh, this is a good, this is Scotch made product.
Yeah.
And over the term, I think there was probably like some
Evolution.
English people like saying it with their nose turned up, like, "Oh, you're Scotch." You know what I mean?
Scotch?
So eventually, it was like, "I'm not Scotch. I'm Scotch. I'm Scottish." You
a
piece
couple
of
of
shit.
kiddo chaps and
Yeah.
some Scotch.
Yeah, and they took like a lot of interest in Scottish culture, and they were probably like, "Oh, it's a quaint little Scotch
Yeah.
instrument they play."
Yeah.
And so they just became to like resent it.
We're
over time.
Scots. Yeah.
Just like the damn stewardess is secretary.
great. Now I feel like an old English dude.
I know.
so
I like
fuck
that.
me.
Yeah. Like an old conservative English man. I love that. It's like,
That's what that effect is for.
yeah.
Anytime
Yeah.
we bring up the English.
That'd be great, actually. A lot of people around here would be okay with that.
It works. Pander to the Irish in this
True.
town.
They do.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
you'll
big
go far.
a lot of them here. A lot of them here. Yes.
Yes,
MacArthur.
a
That's
whole
one.
bunch.
Yeah. You must be half and half, huh?
There's definitely, I know I'm at least a quarter on my mom's side. My mom was half Irish, half Italian.
Like everyone in Boston.
Pretty
Yes.
much. Yeah. And somehow we
Like
get some.
all the natives. I
Yep.
see. Yeah.
Oh, and then Quincy has a big Scottish population, so that's where my dad's
Scottish.
family comes in. So yeah, so I guess I'm the mix, a mix of everything in Quincy, I guess.
That makes
Interesting.
sense.
Yeah.
I never identified
Given
with any
the
of the other
current
cultures.
demographics, I don't know about that, but
I know.
Yeah, I'm not from North. I'm not from North Quincy. Yeah.
What does that make you? Puerto Rican?
No,
ni hao.
Vietnamese or Chinese.
Ah.
And likely Cantonese speaking, apparently.
it's actually
Interesting.
an awesome place to get dumplings. If you want to get really
Go to
good
Quincy
dumplings, best dumplings in the city, go to Quincy.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I can't
for
believe I didn't
amazing.
tell you about this earlier. I told this. That reminds me. I saw this video. This kid the other day, white kid, grew up in China, only speaking Cantonese.
Beautiful.
Full Chinese accent when he speaks English. Can't break it. Only has. Is it offensive? I don't know. Can't be. He only knows how to speak English like that. It's crazy.
Have you seen those comics that are like Korean, but they grew up in Dallas? And so, like, this guy gets up on stage and just you expect him to sound. And
I love that.
Yeah.
I think that's what I mean. It's the same effect. It's the same thing where
Yeah,
somebody gets
yeah.
up and they just have a totally different voice. But I saw this video. He's like 13, this kid, and they're like, where are you from? And I'm not gonna do it. I'm not stupid enough to do that one. No way. But he got
Well,
the
he's a
full.
white guy, Nate.
Yeah, no, I guess I am imitating a white guy. It's a white guy's accent. White guy's accent.
Impression of a white guy
It's,
doing
yeah, it's like, no, but
Cantonese accent.
yeah, it's just. I mean, I was like, of course, my head was spinning because already I had to watch this whole thing about how you can get foreign accent syndrome if you get hit on the head hard enough. That's another crazy. Yeah, there's that lady.
That is mind blowing.
That one, that's a British lady who started talking like she had Chinese accent.
Yeah.
And she can't break
And
it.
is it an accurate Chinese accent, or is it like I'm doing one because I've heard other people do it?
If
like
you
this?
hear her say the way that she says, it's like a very Disney Chinese accent.
So
you know?
that's what's funny. It would be really impressive if like people from China were like, did she grow up
it's
there?
like-
Because she sounds like she's from my neighborhood.
That one I definitely cannot do. But when you hear her say like that she said she woke up and she talked on the phone to somebody and she says that they told her that she sounded like she could be working in a Chinese restaurant.
Oh man, guys! Speaking of the perfect crime, just walk around and be like, "Swear to God, I can't help it."
It's a head injury.
Yeah, and this is so much fun.
I've got foreign accent syndrome. What do you want? I know it's like
Can't
that
be mad
episode.
at me.
It's like South Park when Cartman figures out what Tourette's is. Yeah, exactly.
exactly it. Yeah,
In
yeah.
a way, that is kind of my dream scenario. Where I'm like, I'm broken. I'm stuck. What do you want? Just
Yeah, I have no responsibility for anything
just-
anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Money moving in the air.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Can't stop. God, dude.
Oh man. That would happen actually in Scotland too, because there was a lot of like Pakistani people, in the UK in general.
Yeah.
And they would grow up there. So I'd
Sure.
be like in a convenience store and
love
right away
it.
be the thickest Glasgow accent you've ever heard.
That I do and there's nothing wrong. Like that's the
There's
world.
nothing wrong with
There's
it.
nothing
Yeah,
wrong with
I
it.
agree.
There's nothing wrong with that. No, God damn it. I know. I'm
Well,
sorry.
what I'm saying is, how come the people who run the convenience store here can't have a perfect American accent? That's why I brought it up. How come in Scotland they learn how to talk? No, I'm kidding. No, these are second generation guys.
I
know,
want
God.
to state Matt McArthur is very serious.
I know.
He's not kidding.
I'm saying my super conservative European European family would very much like your point of view right there.
Belgium does seem
He's
like
got a claim bait point, yeah. Maybe just a little one, yeah.
Yeah, if somebody wanted to move to Belgium, I'm sure that'd be a problem. But
Well,
okay.
hey! They have great rent control right now. It's actually, I was thinking about it the other
Because
day.
nobody wants to move there. They can keep prices low.
Well, a couple people who might just want to go back. A couple people that still hold citizenship, even though they don't speak Dutch that well.
It's all right. They all
Thought it was
speak English,
Flemish.
right?
They do. They speak, and it is Flemish. It's a dialect of Dutch. It's
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
It's Flemish. It's very true. It's very true. It's very true.
And you could give them, should be like, if you're speaking English, can you do it like, right?
Yeah, it's like, can you even, yeah, exactly. Please, what are you talking about? You sound like this.
But I was thinking like the counterfeit stuff. It was just percolating in my brain because we were like, what are you going to do with all this money? If you had a lot of money, you could pay a lot of tickets for your second potential crime, actually, because you have something else that you want to engage in.
Yeah. This is just... it's just a crazy theory. No. Let's just throw it out there, guys. Masturbating whilst driving.
Sure.
Here's the thing I want to get clear right now.
Okay. From the outset.
If I were to do this, and if I had ever done this in my life, if I had done it, once or many, many, many times, the reason is not any kind of weird exhibitionist. I would never want anyone to catch me doing it. It's out of necessity. Because there's certain times in my life as a younger man where if the opportunity had arose, I would have done that. But it went like the highway when you're by yourself. Because you get a long drive.
Okay.
And it just comes over you and you're like, well, am I going to just...
It's like changing the radio station.
Yeah.
You're going to try something else for 10 minutes to pass the time.
I knew one buddy in Louisiana that told me about this. He said that he was driving from Houston one time, and he said that he jacked off while he was driving. He said he caught a beat while he was driving. And I thought it was the wackiest thing.
It is the
crazy.
wackiest thing.
It's never occurred to me to do
I know.
this.
He said,
Never
he said
never.
he would watch... And at the time, he said "you porn." That was what he was. That was
Yeah, so
well,
this
yeah,
is
it was old school. Throwback. I know. So he was watching
early 2010s, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. About 2015. Yeah. And he said he was
when I was
watching
in favor.
you porn, holding it on his steering wheel, and
I'm going to need
beating
to
off.
see your other hand while you tell the story.
Let's all make an agreement right now.
Everybody, hands up.
Everybody above the table, okay?
above the table, please. God,
Don't worry, I can't get it hard unless there's like an engine running.
Well, this is the thing that never I am not going to be watching pornography while I drive.
Driving. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
You don't have to watch porn.
I do remember pulling up behind somebody one time who had monitors in the back of his car in the seats, and that guy just had porn playing in his car on the monitors
just for the audio or
for the children in the back seat.
There's nobody for everybody, I guess, to let everybody know what he was watching, but he just had porn playing on the monitors, and I was like, that's why I would put on something else.
That's
that sounds illegal.
that's
that sounds
the-
like
that's the
you
mo-
trying to get people to see your porn.
That's
Yeah,
that's
I
the
don't want anyone to ever
wholesome
see
like
my
McArthur's thing.
I don't want
which
anyone to
is-
see anything ever.
That's
Wow.
that's the mobile version of an old man sharing a Twitter porn video. You know what I mean? Like that's
Sure.
that's the mobile version of that. That's what I
That
think.
person
Yeah.
like thought it was private.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
did see a guy in daytime, like rush hour traffic, and again, that's like I feel like it should be a nighttime. Maybe I guess keep your screen on low sort of activity. You don't want to broadcast it to anyone. But I did see a guy on my morning commute way back when I had one, and he had a full iPad. Like I don't know if it like magnetized to his steering wheel or something. But I was stopped in traffic and just looked over, and it was like a large screen. It was and it was full hardcore porn.
Oh, interesting. And it was
It's stop and go traffic. So I mean, I guess he had time.
That seems like just a lot, you know. Like
That
I mean, you know, yeah,
insane.
that's a.
I feel, I mean,
I get uncomfortable if I feel like somebody might be in the house while I'm watching.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Much
that's the
less
thing, like,
in the
it's-
car next to me. You know what I mean? Like
that's the same thing. Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, dude. That's nuts.
Yeah, no, the idea of that is insane. Because how do you?
Which, by the way, I'm not knocking if you beat off and watch pornography when somebody in the house. To each their own. It's just I don't feel right. You know, it's just that's just me. You know, you
Privacy
do you, baby.
matters to most people,
Yeah, exactly.
myself included.
Except in the car.
Yeah. Well, you know, again, I don't want anyone around. I don't want there to be. I mean, it's got to be a highway situation. There couldn't be stopping.
Now let me present a scenario to you.
Yep.
You're in the middle of this moment.
Yep.
You have become aroused.
Mm-hmm.
You've been thinking about something fun. I don't know what gets it for you.
Sure.
You're getting real excited.
Yeah.
arson, maybe.
Arson. Yeah, Ugandan arsonist. It's a real thrilling moment.
Like
Thrilling moment, you know.
Yeah.
You're remembering the moment that you're in the fetal position, erect in front of the police.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting there, and you come to a red light. And you're like, perfect timing.
Red light on the highway?
On a highway.
Well, I guess that happens.
This is a different highway. You're in a different. You're in
like,
a strange. You're in I don't know, somewhere bizarre, Oregon, somewhere
rural.
somewhere I've never been.
Braintree.
There you go. You're in Braintree. You're in Braintree. That's fine.
in the sticks of
And-
Braintree.
And you're on the highway, and you're aroused because you were thinking about what was it again?
Arson.
Arsonist.
Yeah.
Ugandan arsonist.
Specific.
Sexy Ugandan arsonist.
She
And how-
was
and how
very
thrilling
attractive.
it was.
That's
and
how
you're
she got in the house.
and you're in the car. You come to the red light on the highway, and you stop, and you go, perfect. Now's my chance. You remove your pants completely. You take them all the way off.
Sure.
And your underwear.
Sure.
This is a lot of work to masturbate.
No.
that's
This is how everyone does it.
What?
No. No. You take off your
Go on.
pants and your underwear, and you begin
Mm-hmm.
this process. Now, as you begin,
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful lady is on the sidewalk on the highway. And she looks.
A lot of infrastructure on this highway.
Braintree is an amazing place. And you see this lady, and she looks in your window, and she sees you now. She sees you.
Yep.
What is your first thought now? And remember, she's an attractive woman, and she kind of, and you're not sure whether she's into it or not. You think probably not, because that would be crazy. But because you're in the middle of a masturbatory moment, you're like,
Yep.
but maybe. So what is your mind thinking? Where does it go? What do you do? Do you freak out? Do you continue? Do you drive through the red light, possibly causing an accident? What do you do?
I think definitely freak out. That's big. That's big. Because like I said, I did see a specific thing. Like the voyeurism thing is not voyeurism, but exhibition. Is important. I watched this video of this guy showing up. It was on YouTube. It was like all these like crazy
Not you
crime
porn.
stories. No, this was YouTube.
I think I know which one you're talking about. This is
A guy pulls up to the drive-through.
Okay. No, this is a
And
different
he
one.
was an attractive guy, but he's got a big goofy smile on his face. And the first time I watched the video, I didn't even see it. The camera's from the perspective of the employee, and she's like, "Nope, get out of here." And then the guy like looks nervous and drives off. And it turns out they replayed it. His pants were down to his knees, and it was like blurred out. And they caught his license plate. He got doxxed. He had like a fucking fiance and kids, and killed himself.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking. Okay, because I thought this was the one. I was thinking there's one where they had that too, where it was a younger guy, and he pulled up to one of those bikini car washes. You know? And he was like, he pulls up, and this girl walks up. She's like, "Hi," and she's like trying to be all hot. And as soon as she walks up, she's like, "Call the police! Call the police!" And he goes, "I'm sorry," and he drives away super fast and goes to a parking lot of a grocery store and kills himself.
Yeah, see, so I don't know what's going through these guys' heads. How do you expect this reaction?
I know. What do you
my
think
reaction
is gonna
always
happen?
like, I don't want anyone to be creeped
Oh
out.
my god! Oh my god! Please.
That's very honorable of you, Matt.
Thank you. My perversions are very considerate.
No, I think so. It sounds to me like you have to like use the cruise control, put your phone in a cup holder, and then just one hand on the wheel it.
Yeah. Not even a phone. I mean, you don't even need a phone.
You're just gonna do it. You're like old school, using your imagination.
What you do? You could draw a picture, maybe.
I was driving before there were smartphones.
No, I get it.
As a young a high school student, I had done this on a long road trip.
Yeah. The way that you were
Allegedly.
describing it, I thought this. I was like, the hypotheticals are
By
falling
myself.
away. Like. By the second.
Now, as I say, now this is where
So
it all
why do
comes
you need our advice? I feel like you just wanted to brag.
I know you're like,
No, because you know what the thing is it was just it's more stressful than it needs to be is what I'm saying.
I think it should be
more
for a minute.
I know, this should be, I should feel free in these moments.
Look, I already know how to break this law, but I just don't think the law should be there in the first place.
I love it. I love how, it is funny how you started and you were like, I mean, maybe that I've not done, possibly, but maybe. And by the end of it, you're like, I was in high school on a long drive the first time this idea came into my mind. When I thought of it,
I saw a billboard with Selma Hayek on it.
It was the Mass Pike.
Yeah, exactly.
The mass bike is
I love
busy,
that.
dude.
It's how you just the way
Not
that,
at like midnight.
the way you described it was like Henry.
Not
it
at
was
4
like,
p.m.
It's like Henry Ford coming up with the automobile. You were like, I was riding my horse on the road, and I said to myself, "That's a better way to do this."
Why should I wait 3 hours? I have to do this now.
Okay, so you know how Michelin stars started because tire companies needed you need to pick the best roads to privately masturbate on, the
Sure.
scenic tour,
right.
if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The Firestone road, so you could get them to jump on board.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Instead of the green book, it'll be the cum book, I mean.
Sure.
the white book.
I mean, my instinct is like the Autobahn, but that speeds are too fast. If something goes wrong, something goes wrong.
And the Germans, they'll probably enjoy the exhibition.
Are you
You're right,
kidding me?
actually.
The
That's-
most perverse people in the world. They'd love
Oh,
it.
so this is perfect.
You could do that in a circle around the city of Berlin, and you'd probably just bump into like 80 more people who are doing it too.
Start a movement.
We need to form a partnership with Oscar Mayer so you can drive the Wienermobile around while you do this. That would be.
That's true. Then it could be the Oscar Mayer. It could be the Oscar Mayer stars. I'm like,
Hey, what's that guy doing with that wiener?
If I was going to do that, see, the problem is, like, I need the privacy, but I would drive that around with, like, tinted windows, but a digital sign on the side. If all the Germans are driving by, and it's like, I am, in fact, masturbating right now. And they'd be like, yeah, he's doing it right now.
ja, es ist eine grande Masturbatura.
What's the opposite of Schadenfreude? Because that's what the Germans would have.
Perfektenschlag, the perfect strike. Yeah.
And then it's like little sad type once in a while, like, just finished. And I was like, oh, it's 5 minutes. Or he'll be back.
Kommen Sie back, ich kommen Sie back, kommen Sie back. Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like we're taking a crime in America and making it into a very lucrative endeavor in Germany.
Germany, I mean, yeah, this could
big.
be this could be like the most popular tour in, I mean, all of continental Europe. You could be
If you
like,
can get Hasselhoff involved in this somehow, they're gonna
they
love
love
it.
that. Oh, they love that. They love that. They
He'd
love
probably
him.
be into it because he does anything for their affection.
Yeah, and he's very bizarre too.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Yeah, he's a
Get
very
a couple of drinks in him.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's probably sober now, but
I
I'd be
don't-
willing to railroad his sobriety for my own personal gain.
I'd be willing to fuck that up, man.
He's living
David
a life already.
Hasselhoff drunk driving the Wienermobile?
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Masturbating.
And he's in the back on like a pickup bed, just publicly masturbating while
Just call
singing.
it Baywatch 2.
Sing the German national anthem at the
exactly.
top of his lungs. Yeah.
Baywatch without all those pesky tits.
99 Luftballons.
Matt, don't sell yourself short, man.
Thanks, I'm working on it. I know, my nipples are hard right now. It's all this talk about jerking off while driving and David Hasselhoff.
I love that.
You and me both, buddy.
Dude, that would be amazing. You'd have him tossing out schnitzel and I mean, yeah.
Man. Oh yeah, this is great.
I think we just came up with the best business idea of all
This
time.
could be the greatest. I mean, yeah, we're really putting
This
this out.
podcast has just changed to the perfect pitch.
I know. No longer the perfect crime, the perfect pitch. I know.
Yeah.
Is this how Jeff Bezos felt when he came up with Amazon? This
It
is
was like-
incredible.
Books on the internet.
Masturbation in cars.
Masturbation in the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile in northern Germany. In Prussia.
Oh,
I
that's
think this
great.
works. Yeah.
I think that's great. Yeah.
Victimless. That's the important part.
It's victimless crime.
That's what I
Victimless
care
crime.
about. That's my only concern
It's
about
true.
it. As long
I know.
as
If
nobody's
anything,
offended.
bringer of joy to all sorts of different Germanic peoples. I mean, I find that they would really be very accepting of this. idea.
Yeah.
Could be a live stream.
Yeah, you could be on Stitch. Like you could be like T-Pain. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You could be like T-Pain. That'd be awesome.
Well, I'm done with comedy.
What?
This is going nowhere, but this idea's got legs.
I took one look at Mel Brooks and knew what I had to do with my life. Something else.
Yeah.
Reinvent the wheel.
Or at least jizz on it. I don't know.
I can be as good as him, just not at the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be the Mel Brooks of this.
I'll be the Mel Brooks beating off while I drive a car.
We're watching a documentary about you on Apple TV 50 years from now. Just like, wow, he was a revolutionary.
He was.
Yeah.
He was really, and we had him on the pod. You remember that, Joe? Yeah. We'll say on this very couch, bald, and with the same equipment and the same table.
I look forward to those days.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Well, Matt, it sounds like your check fraud is going to lead to a very lucrative career somehow.
Yeah, that's where I get the initial investment.
Yeah. Check fraud your way into the Oscar Wienermobile and a contract with Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Expand throughout Germany and then take over Europe.
It's
Done.
possible this is the greatest crime we've ever planned.
It's up there.
This is
up there.
I mean, this is at least top 3. This is fantastic. This
Top
is
32 for sure.
top 32. Certainly top 32, without a doubt. Certainly
This
top
is episode
32.
32.
Something like that.
Somewhere in that range, generally speaking. Yeah.
You piece that one together quickly.
So, yeah, once a week, since sometime in June.
Occasionally too drunk to do it, but it's fine.
That's all right. That happens. It happens to all of us. God.
Well, this has been great, man. You got any questions about your crime? Anything that you're worried about left over?
No, I think I got it all figured out now.
I know exactly what to do.
I know.
I have to figure out the check fraud part.
I know. That's
That little detail.
yeah. Once you get that, you're good to go. I know. You're really a very prepared
Off to
man.
Europe. Yeah. They all speak English too. I'll be fine.
Hell yeah, you got this.
You got anything you want to plug?
No. I don't make a lot of content at the moment. I will eventually. Go to my Instagram so you can see me post clips of pictures that other people took of me in comedy shows.
Nice.
The occasional poster. And
Hell
I'll be
yeah.
around. I'm always around. I post, where I'm going to be.
Yeah,
Good man.
And if anyone wants to take bagpipe lessons, not accepting new students. So
Okay. All right.
Thank God.
no reason. I know. There's enough of us.
No, that's great, man. It's been great having you on the podcast. Thanks so much
thanks
for
for
coming out,
having
dude.
No,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for coming on. Yeah, you've been great, dude. Thank you very much.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
So fun. All right. Well, I'm Joe,
And I'm Nate.
and this has been Perfect Crimes.